And most likely this video is going in April of the 20s. But this is April 14th. I wanted to talk about, of course, it's a subject matter that's going to boil down to the men and women thing. But really, in general, we have a condition on this earth that you see, it's looking like, and this might be the truth, I'm just talking here. You see, if you're mentally ill, you need people. But when you're fine, and it's not a mental, it's you're a heart achieved, and you're in the capacity of love, then you have people. You want people there, in other words. It's not like you don't have a choice. See what I'm seeing in society, and they're fooling themselves. It's called self-deception. I never experienced so much of it until Neptune started opposing my Venus. And I'm not saying that I self-deceive. See, I've been alone, and I don't really rely on the other because it's an illusion. See, I would rather than like get trapped in a marriage, which is like, okay, everybody knows that 75% of that, I mean, it doesn't work out. Okay, so you make it a certain while. You did this thing called you worked, and it worked hard. You worked too hard. You don't even know what it is to get along. See, this is most people, and even if it was harmonious, how did you make it work? Did you become good business partners? Most likely because there's money involved, right? We have a money system here, which is not human. Pardon me while I let my cat out. No, it's not human. If there was a human civilization here, it wouldn't need money. Money is what happens to a people when they have succumbed to the enemy. They have been uplifted straight off the earth. They have no more intellectual property to work with. They have a barrel to their head. And then they have no more spiritual belonging. That has been taken away. Their leaders are taken away, right? Christ Jesus, hello, is that you? Yes, keep talking. You sound like a woman. And then you have no more creative life. No more creative life. So what do you do now? Somebody's going to tell you, now, here's what you do. So you have to do it for money. And then that can get anything else you want. And I'm not saying that doesn't work somehow. It kind of plugs us along. It makes the population thicken up. You have a thickened population of people that do not think on their own. They're not meditators. See, meditators, they're like 6 people in one because of the way that they fucking just see the whole spectrum. I know because I am one, babes, and that's how I stay alone. See, I see people walking around 6 at a time. I live in a tourist town, and I'm not against family or people getting together. But no, I don't see people there that are coherent at all. That's why they need each other there. The crowd. They're all keeping each other safe, and really they're very dangerous because they can't even look in the direction that they're facing. Right? Even if they were to form a circle around them and to be looking, they're not, they can't depend on each other. Not really. They're all just tra-la-la, and somehow something fucking settles in at the end of the day, and they get dinner and they fall asleep at night. I don't know, man, but it's like, you know how much more you can get done with 6 people meditating rather than non-meditators, each individual one with their faculties turned on and think and meditating. See, why do you need so many fucking people? Okay, so my cat, I gotta make sure my cat can get in and out here. Hi, sweetie. Are you okay? So anyway, let me keep going here. God, it's hard to move in and out of channel right now because I have, you heard my poem, right? The gold mine poem. Well, you'll hear it. I'll put it up. I love that poem. I don't get any likes when I put it up on Facebook. It's like, this is the most profound fucking thing because it talks about my experience as a highly creative person. And we have the mere practical means and concerns of the vegetable garden, right? Meanwhile, I have a vegetable garden. Man, I want to fucking memorize that poem. It's so beautiful. And there's some capitalized words in there. They say gold nuggets, and they're capitalized because they're not really talking about gold nuggets, narcissistic. There's something called metaphors. A lot of times in the Bible, and you'll see it, go look at it. When they start talking about Jesus, they say he, and they put a capital H. Why? Because it's probably not a he, it's probably something else, but they have to say something. It could be a she. Why don't they just put an S there and then put the capital H and the capital E and just say, hey, look, they're both there. Okay. But it's good that they capitalize on it because they're saying, no, it's like this, but it's not. That's what a metaphor is. A metaphor. And so, yeah, you're free to capitalize anywhere and anytime. And they do. They have to. They have to. See, at least they do that. Your phone will do it for you. Talk text into it and say, I love God. God will be capitalized. Why? Because it's a metaphor. But what the fuck is God, babe? That's first of all, okay, can we level up here? Hi, I'm a Buddhist master. I like conversation. This is just a word. It's a mouth noise. See, we're going to have this conversation because there's going to be like a big blast of communications when Uranus goes into Gemini this June. It's going to start trining Pluto in Aquarius, which is wonderful, wonderful. And then what's going to keep setting off a grand trine for the next 7 years is the Libra generation. See, I have Pluto in Libra. There's a generation that has Pluto and Uranus in Libra. Back then, pardon my rooster, they're laying eggs. The Libra generation, when Pluto was in Libra, see, Pluto tends to degenerate and break down whatever's not real, and then whatever's real stays standing. Well, back then, if you look at what's going on with like the freedom movements and stuff, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of women's liberation also, and marriages started getting they were questioning that, like, why do we do that? See, Libra rules your partnerships and marriages, but really it's love. Love, yeah. Libra used to say I love until the 1940s. All material in books that you could find that was published before the 1940s, the World War, really particularly 1945, the Second World War, they started publishing books. No, they've changed Libra saying, it doesn't say I love anymore, it says I balance. And they did that for a wholesome reason. Because you see, okay, I've tried to explain this. I don't really want to explain anything right now. I wanted to tell you, I want to channel about, it's hard for me to do this because I just assume just go and have some breakfast and stick to my little old self and try to just remain oblivious. But we're looking at a serious subject matter that I'm being chosen to try and give you. And if I don't give it to you right today, it's going to be, I mean, it could let down all of humanity, babes. We're supposed to do something with communications, by the way. Did I tell you that? Because there is a problem here. There's lopsidedness, and it can be corrected. You can correct it through language itself, the actual effort to align a global population with a language that is of the English alphabet, an interfacing system sent from benevolent beings who live in outer space. Now, when you look at it, it's not about the story. No, it's not about that. No. You're going to look into it. When you see the word she, you see the word he. So now that tells you there's two here and they are one. I didn't just say that now you're supposed to see men walking around with tits and dicks, or you're supposed to see flat-chested people with vaginas, and right? No, we're saying that as an organism. Now the organism, only we can talk about it. There's an organism. We can talk about our organism, and that's the instructions there for the organism. In case you want to know how to do things, the main word in there that's really real for sheep is orgasm. I trip out on that. It's like, yeah, you want to feel good here, That's one of the tricks. It's like if you want your organism to really be now as raw as it can be, like love itself, because no, I'm not talking about that we are a bird or a worm or a cat. We are human beings. We are highly technological. We can be programmed, and the shit that's going on around us, we're like, what's that? Well, that's the human civilization that got more advanced because they opened their consciousness and they know how to work with things. They know that this is like, it's a program. And the English alphabet, when I show you the deciphering method, is pointing at those flows and ebbs, like energetically. The vowels are showing you, it's showing you how it works. So you have a standard there, and it says IOU. You see a lot of IOU there's. you know what an IOU is, right? Literally, it's looking like this, babes. You chew your cud and you say, wait a minute, I owe you what? So you start talking about it. Now, the word "oh" is found a lot. See, owing is not. Now, oh, just an "oh," babes. Did you know that the circular symbol that stands for oxygen, by the way? Look it up. Say, what does "oh" mean? It'll tell you it's a symbol. This fucking shocked me so much because I'm getting downloads. And when I looked it up, it told me it was oxygen, and it said and or pi or 8. Well, that's not hard to figure out because the symbol of the circle is the symbol of forever, and then you say pi or 8. It's doing the same thing. Anyway, see, I'm not drawing this off of anywhere, but I get downloads and I see it. But no, I had a unique experience, and I would love to write a book about it, and I need to. I wish I had somebody in my life that could help me with it, because they could say, no, if you want to take this time, you could do it, and this is how you do it. You publish it like this, and this is how you get money for it. Oh, I have tons of, and see, somebody said, no, you can just do an audiobook. You don't have to write it. But no. See, I come from old school. My mom was a writer, and so was my dad, and there's something behind writing. See, it's very much, it's not needing any space or time to get into the mind, right? You're just, it's kind of like direct. And if you're a good writer, especially if you're using the capitalizing the right way. I was just trying to tell you. See, it's been in the past that it's very important to write everything down, to communicate that way. It's best to do it because true intelligence is there. You have to break it down. You have to listen and discern. You're not really emotional there. You're getting it across. You know, people don't know that the best way to communicate to each other is through writing. People say, no, narcissists want to do a video call and they want to hear your voice. It's like, no, keep writing with these fucking people because they're not slowing down. They can't even scribble out the word like, I want. If you look at their writing, see, now when you look at their literal writing, see, it's psychology, right? You give a child a piece of paper and you tell them to draw something. Usually children know how to draw something. But if it's a disturbed child and they've been through abuse and all this, whoa, look out for those drawings. I mean, if they do come out, they're gonna draw a picture of somebody like cutting somebody's finger off, and then somebody's sticking something in somebody's ass over there, and you're like, child, where did you get this? But then otherwise, no, some children just go, right? No, that's old school stuff that goes on. I don't know, like we're losing information, and I'm here to keep it refreshed and say, no, this is what's always been. It's always been, and it will never stop being this way. This is why some books are, you should hand them down and say, no, read this, and it'll open both hemispheres of your brain. It'll remind you something on your own. It's not like you're obligating to look in somebody else's eye. You're going to have to just decipher on your own, use your own faculties, and do the best what you can with it. The best way. Sorry about my demeanor. I am. It's pressurized time. I'm not satisfied with what has become. As I can I'm a visualizer. I see visions for myself. And I guess I'm impatient. I'm trying to communicate. I don't know. People don't communicate. So it's like, fuck it. See, we can't. See, I'm speaking for the Aries part of the organism, which, I love this fucking cat. Oh, she's so sweet. Oh, God, she's a lifesaver. She's not a cat, by the way. She's my mother. She's handicapped. She doesn't have back leg function very well. I have to take care of her. She's autistic, kind of. As a cat, very unusual. And that's my mom. She was, and she just wanted to be here because I live up here, and she just loved that I live up here. She wanted to live up here. It was just difficult for her. Her life was so complicated. Something going on. She was just rendering. You know, it's a mountain life, and you have to chop wood. Maybe no, she would get 15 men to do it for her. Anyway, let's talk about how I don't do that, and how stupid I think I am. You know, women need to separate out and then start taking the money via men looking at them and stuff and make men give them their money and then say, no, now we're in power. The men don't care, because when women are power, that means that she's on top and they're going to take care of him. And um, literally, that's evil right there, saying, finally, can you fucking slow down so I can get this shit done, bitch? She's the active principle, by the way. She's the one that moves the most. The man stays still. But it's been reversed. It's been totally reversed. See, no, I didn't just say he doesn't have the energy to move around like her with all of the arms and the fucking capacity to do like multitasking things. No, she's actually a very focused person. She has to be. But see, he has access to all that energy just as equally, but he's just different. He's designed differently. He's pretty much like the server. Yeah. Isn't that weird? Because the society is reversed, and they say the women are the servers. And it's like, excuse me, but I had kids, and now I need you to give to me so that I can create something that's worthwhile for us all. The man loves it, right? If he's a man, he's gonna be like, yeah, look at the way that we've had it because I listened to my girl. She runs things here. I don't know why I get up in the morning. See, I see a reversal how women can be that way too, but see, it's based in money, and women are getting savvy, and what they say is well, well, no, see, this is the thing is men are getting savvy and they say, no, see, this is what I'm looking at. No, and it's fucked up because some men think that they're saviors by pushing women into the system and say, now you got to get your education, get your money going, and then you can be self-sufficient. It's like, bitch, I was born self-sufficient. There is nothing more or less that I need to access my own intelligence because I was born from a woman, as a woman, and I'm born into the woman's world. Is there something you need? Can we help you with what you think you need here? What do you need? What do you want? What do you think you want? What is it? Huh? What is it? I don't like this conversation. Minute 17? What the fuck did I just do? Wow. See, what I do is I re-listen to these videos. As a musician, I make sure that there isn't anything too discordant. I haven't been able to do that. And so some stuff I'm releasing, it's like, God, Shauna. But I've been doing that the past 4,000 videos. But I know how, you've seen some of it edited. And I get better likes on it because it doesn't flop around so much. But we're not in any place of structure right now. Right now, I would love to talk about the astrology, but I can't. I'm in Aries rising. I'm feeling the time of humanity. It's difficult. We're supposed to be quiet right now. Why? Well, because there's going to be a fucking blast. And we've already done our work. We respond right away. We do our work. We've done all this work. It depends on where your Aries is, where the work that has been done. For me, it's my personal self. And then you want to look at the opposites and the angles, and it has to do with my relationship, of course, my money-making thing, and my home, my home, my home. And I'm having to defend myself about my home status a lot. It's been this Cancer, Mars in Cancer. The warrior is in my fourth house of the home, and I'm looking at it, and now I'm solid. I'm like, no, I want this place. I want a chance to get an option. I never even gave myself an option. I already talked about it. As far as now, the kind of people that you have to associate with in order to get the life that you know you need to get, in case, because that's just the way life is. You have people in your life that are meant for you, that is meant for your future. You have to be able to feel that out coherently. And I wasn't coherently able to figure that out. And now I'm like, wait a minute, I need time, just a little bit more time, so that I can find out what my options are. And just recently, I've talked about it over Facebook. I've been in high anxiety, by the way, and I'll get around to telling you what I want to tell you right here. Kind of a specific message to some people, but really it's a type of person. Okay, so sorry. See, I'm supposed to be closed down, but the only reason why I'm staying in communication is because I need assistance. I'm in this time of wanting to figure out and needing to. It's just a change. I see some changes going on, but it's like, no, I need to be more in control here. See, because the quality of the human relationships that I'm conducting is very important. I'm being handled by something that I don't think can give a fuck about me. They care about them, and they're doing like this thing. It's like, whoa, man, you are. Okay, stop. And so I'm having to take a break because it's like, this was not even really my choice. If you can understand that I was down and out, and I took the first thing that came to me, and not that that's not supposed to be. See, it's like, well, don't you wish that it was like that? Really, you have to be discerning, right? For me in my life, it's quite simple. Just because they are attracted to you and want to have sex with you does not mean it's a friend there. And we're going through something, and it's important that we tell our story here because other kids and other generations are going to be going, oh, whoa. So that's what she experienced. I'm experienced this on a level that is kind of blown out of proportion. It's kind of like finally getting rid of Santa Claus or something. It's like, well, I made a breakthrough. It's not quite like that, but it's like this. And can you take these words out of it and let's just refashion it to what it really is, kind of a thing. And keep talking. I've been talking here. I've been communicating. I'm talking about a boom that's going to happen. Well, it's more like a rupture. It's going to shake. It's going to loosen up. See, there's going to be like in a sense, like an earthquake amongst the communications field. And that means it's going to kind of crack and get kind of shady. It's going to get like unstable. And so what can happen is that something can go in there and jigger and the truth can come out of it. That's where I know that I'm going to see, I need my privacy and I would love to stay on this. Because I'm getting these downloads that saying this is how you create singularity over communications so that you can, I mean, I'm just going right to the chase, so you can open your central banking system and take some of the money that they flash in front of our faces. It's really our money. I mean, people are like, how do you think you're going to get the money, babes? First of all, you have to raise your fucking vibrational consciousness and figure out what you're doing for money. Did you really want to do that? I mean, really? See, if there's a bank that's open, see, first and foremost, all it will do in the beginning, when you succeed, and just claiming your place here as I'm a human being. See, now the thing about my decoding system is that I'm pretty sure that only humane beings can see it. Only people with real true intelligence and the potential to become human can see it. Some people can flat not see it. In fact, it triggers them off and they do reactive abuse to you and they start abusing you. And it's like, well, you're not going to, see, they can't even get into it. They can't even pull it up and humor you. See, human beings have humor. The non-human being doesn't, especially about themselves and other people. They don't really, they try to have one, but it's a dry joke about, it's a little mixture of a political, and then there's a fairy tale, and you're supposed to know about that little ragdoll frequency, and it's like, oh, okay. But what about really hitting that humor bone, like hitting that funny bone, where it's for everybody, the truth is the same. It's like, whoops, oh yeah, George Carlin. He just sat there and said, gosh, dog, I'm not making enough money on this. See, I'm pretty sure I'm the next George Carlin. I laugh at my shit. Do you laugh at my shit? Tell me. Comment section down below. I want to know, did I make you laugh? If so, mission accomplished. Woo! I just gave somebody a feel good. You know, can't just have sex with everybody. Getting back to that. Nah, that's the truth for me. I'm speaking for all women here. It's like, no, that's the truth. Babes, if you didn't notice how that every single man wants to have sex with you, they don't. It's rare to find one that can really just go, hey, let's play. You want to play two square? Come on. Let's play volleyball. No, and they play with you. See, I played tennis with this guy, and I was really happy to play tennis. I was like, yay, a fucking somebody there to play tennis with. And you know, and I just wanted to hit the ball across the net and get it back to each other, and let's see if we can do it. Well, a Taurus, by the way, I think fly planet there. Men, Tauruses, they have such a complex. They have a feminine complex. They're so insecure. And so what does he do? He lifts the ball and he just fucking serves it like a fucking John McEnroe, man. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I don't know. How do you guys get off on that? Beating women up and then you want something from them? It's like you don't even want to be them. Here's why. Because of the way you treat them. It has nothing to do with who they are. Woo! Knows how to play! Yeah! Babe, we're looking for good team players. We're doing quality control here, by the way. Men can't have children here. Women do. Sorry. I'm just excited that we are going to wake up, though. See, I have a lot of energy. See, what I don't want is what the enemy wants of me is to just blow up. See, something's going to blow up. I'm repeating now. See, this is on April 14th. Did it happen? What happened on the 19th between the 24th? See, I'm going to put this up on the 26th. I'm going to keep making recordings, and you're going to see me kind of moving forth in accordance to like, okay, so when that thing busts through, I'm going to be looking totally different. I don't know. See, there's a lot of irritation because now with Sun square Mars, which is going to happen right on the 19th, I think, or is it Pluto square Mars? Let me look. Sorry about this. I sometimes do the most shady astrology, right? I don't even look at the book. I keep picking it up and irritating. This is all going to change, by the way, because my concentration is going to get better when this Mars gets away from my Mercury. It's so brutal right now. Oh, guy. But I wanted to talk about how I suspect that, see, if you're together and you're healthy and you know love, well, of course you can go make money. You make money. You do that for your health, probably. You're just doing it because you like to be with people. And you're like, yeah, I'm healthy and I like it. And you're making money. And then, but see, as soon as you fall mentally ill and you run out of those resources, that's when you need a partner. When you fall ill, you need a partner. You need somebody there. Was I trying to tell you that? Like you really need them. Otherwise, when you're mentally sound and you're fine, you have people. I mean, you move in and out of them. You're like, hey, how you doing? And it's not such the bondage. You hear what I'm saying? Thank you. And so marriages is actually an institution for mental cases. In case you can't work out love, it's the church's thing. See, I'm getting back to that subject matter in the beginning. Yeah, no, everybody kind of knows that because it doesn't work out. I mean, did it? I don't know. Some people, see, when it does work out, it's not because they got married that they stay together. Babes, they found a good friend there. Somebody had the knack of knowing that they actually got along and they worked together well. Well, now, really, I mean, yeah, because I think that in tribes even, people will find themselves together for a long time. Only because they are a power couple. It will just, bam, they love each other. There's a real live chemistry. See, now, this is where astrology comes in, and I've talked about it before. You can see it in astrology. You can see that people are entangled in shit. It's like, why are people staying like this? I already told you about this. Okay, let me just rinse this fucking repeat off. But I think it's important to know that one aspect of, nah, you guys are mentally ill. You can't, like, it's kind of like now, if you don't have it, if you can't manage that relationship, I hate to say this, but you get a dog or something like that, and all you can do is be with a dog. But no, that's not necessarily it. But no, we see that. Okay, okay. Men, men and their dogs. I'm sorry. No, it's good to have a dog. It's a healing thing. I'm not against people having dogs, but see what it is like. Can you just get along with people though? It's not impressive. See, I heard that. I heard that one time. Somebody says they asked the guru. They said, Guru, what do you think about the people that 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 get along with dogs and animals really well? Immediately before even any space before their question, they said, so what? So what? The most impressive thing is when you get along with people and you get along with each other. Because now I'll further that conversation because if you notice, see, there's that Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer. He knows that. He tells you, no, you have to adjust your energy. But your dog is going to be that way. So yeah, if you're a violent person and an asshole, you're just going to let them bite. We're having an earthquake. The earth talks to me. I'm a Venus in Virgo. Ooh, did you see it? Did you hear it? It happened this morning a little bit. I got an earthquake alert, and it's happening again. See, I never got an earthquake alert like that. They're telling us that they're about to cause an earthquake. This civilization is under monitor and care of benevolent beings, but there's such interference with parasites and stuff, and you can call them aliens, yes, lies. They can go on easily. They want your loosh. They want your misery. They want money to be king. which is a game of people doing power, and they're not being creative at all. Not with each other, no. It's like, no, all of humanity is supposed to still take a break, and they will be fucking forced to. It's looking like it. They're about to cause a major earthquake. Well, it's predicted because Uranus is going into a new, fresh degree of Taurus, which is an Earth sign, and it's ruled by Venus. Now, when we look at Venus, she just went forward, and she's at 24, and now she's going direct at 24. Now, this happens to actually, it's been conjunct Saturn. Now, everybody's love life and values are in question right now. Everybody's, not just mine. I have this opposing my Venus. Saturn is opposing my Venus. And all it's doing is it's making me look at something. Babes, we are really unstable right now. I can feel it. No, babe, see, there's manipulation. See, this is a being that I'm listening to. The Earth is a being. I am in such contact with her. Babe, did you hear that knock? I'm trying to understand it still. Except for that they're just letting me know that they're here. And it does mean that major changes are coming. It does mean that I'm on track. It means that it's almost like seeing the 1111 or the 1133 or you just keep seeing it and you're like, what the fuck? That's what those knocks do for me. That knock is from interdimensional. My grandma told me about it. It moves around. See, I have audiographic memory. Sorry, I'm getting all serious about this, but we're in serious times. Especially me, I'm being affected by the transits. I'm an Aries rising. It's directly triggering, see, who I am and my mission. And you can see this. You can see that now that, well, you have to watch out for the flare-up that's about to come because some people are not going to be handling the square. They could have a fixed early degree or a late cardinal degree. Sorry, I feel like I keep repeating myself, but no, it's all right. Everybody does repeats. They don't hear it unless it's repeated. And that I do. I'm refining material here. It has to do with the real natural, the natural order of things regarding the human biosphere, the intelligence there, what it renders through communications from the higher up, like, say, the cosmos, and through the ethers and the broadcasts. We're not just a random thing here going on. No, we aren't doing things like I hate to say it, but from the ground up. See, it's contradicting what I said, but what I mean is we're doing things from the inside out. It's not from the outside in. Like we look around and say, oh, we know what needs to be done. Not really. No. Not after a while. No, not now. Not ever. No, we're too advanced as beings, and we meditate, and then we get messages, and that's how we have everything here. That's right. And it's already here. It's already here. See, there's an already here thing that, well, they see the brunt of the population doesn't allow advancement into technology the way that it should. If you kind of rub your eyes and look, there's a mixture going on. There's the ancient stuff. I mean, what we call is archaic. Like, why are we still doing that? The wires that are all strung up everywhere, and they're trying to keep these wires. It just reminds me of like a little fucking dollhouse. And like, man, you're really gonna keep those wires up everywhere? Okay. But then the electric cars, right? And then, well, they're still running on gas cars, but we have these gadgets that are far more advanced. It's just weird. It's just a mixture of stuff going on. It's just, and now they're coming out with these dogs that are fully robotic, 100% the most amazing technological advancement. A dog. You get just a little flopping. It looks, and this is the most dangerous thing too, because it really functions like this little tiny puppy. They're so cute, right? We love puppies. And they do everything. It is so technologically advanced. You're going to see it. It's just a dog. Here, just get your dog. We're fucking babies being handed these toys. And that thing could do something else for us. Way fucking amazing. It's alarming because it's like, this is how they're going to pacify the fucking population with shit. Now, but really it's pacifying the people that make money. That's all they can do with it, is buy something that has been altered into uselessness, and it's trash. it probably glitches out. It's interactive, and then you have to keep. Money is going to keep it updated. That's where I'm at now on my phone. I'm on the verge of collapse, and I know what I need to do. I need to fucking change. And I'm around people that aren't doing change very well. Not at all. Talk about breadcrumbing. Can you add a couple zeros on it, babe? No. If we get trapped and we get out of it, we don't look back. You are not our friend. You have had plenty of fucking chances. There's a saying called "what goes around comes around." That means when you forgive, and I explained forgiveness on YouTube here, babes, if you just use your words and then think about it. Otherwise, it's just giving, and you're not expecting anything back. See, forgive means to do something first. Like, okay, men can understand it as pay forward. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself again, but I want it to be repeated. I want you to understand this needs to be repeated. What's going to be repeated now is when Gemini goes into Uranus, and the way we use our words, it's going to be that we find out what we're talking about. When you say reality, you can't just listen to somebody Xing you out with scripture and they don't have a human translation that now they can set it down and say, now, let's have a conversation about it. Now, word for word, break it down, your understanding, have an eye to eye. What they do is, if you notice, they just go, bye. And it's like, wait a minute, who are you? Thief? A robber? So I'm being distracted a lot, and it's how much of humanity is constantly staggered out by having this distraction system just suck them in. See, I was talking about like the amount of people that are here, and it's like just bubbles popping up and down, and really they're just holding ground as an occupation, like a fucking army. That it's just set here, and now it's like, what are people doing? Where are they? They're just stuck up in their barracks, and they have their so-called private property, which it's really public property. If you're a public, then that's public property. You're going out on private property when you go out on the road. But they call that public property. It's a stronghold, and people are turned into weapons. From one household to the next, you can see it. And I don't give a shit. They're all wrong. Yep, every one of them. This is where you can feel like one person, and you can be standing there in front of 300 people like Christ Jesus and say, you know what? No, you guys are fucking wrong. You're fucking 300 people picking on me, huh? Whew. I guess I don't have any witnesses here. Let's go to court. Put me down in front of everybody, please. I just don't have a competition. I'm not looking for competition. You're going to kill me anyway. Hi, Jesus. Was that you? Yes. Go on. Oh. But I refuse to run that story over and over again. I feel tattered and bruised and misused. And now it's looking like it's a matter of trying to raise my vibrational frequency. And I'm in such grief now and sadness because of what I've been through. It's just a hijacking all around. I don't get any closure. I don't get any communications. It's just this shit. And I've been exposed to something, a part of society that is like, how did that happen, Shauna? I couldn't make my own money. I fell mentally ill. And then I got in a relationship. You need a partner. See, the thing is that, the Aries people, right now, it's been years, but we're ready for partnership. We've been busy being strong and alone and independent. And it's like, it's time to break it down and say, no, actually, we're ready. See, we've cleaned ourselves. The Libras didn't. They, it's been 14 years for them. It's just a lot of toxic, and they're probably getting out of a bad relationship right now, or they're in one still. Did you get out of it? Ooh, babes, that is so dangerous to stay in a toxic relationship. People can fucking kill each other. In fact, you will get sick and you will be miserable. It is hell. That is the only hell here, is being in a relationship with something that you do not want to be in. No, you're shackled, you're sick, you're away from your joy, you miss everything that you love because that person is not meant for you, or that thing, or that place. It's hell. Yep. If there is a hell, that's it. Bondage, trap, enslavement, misery, no communication. You're not yourself. It's a blockage. From day to day, you're thinking, where is my life? Where is my love? Ongoing. Now, how do you get rid of that? You see, I was used as a sacrificial lamb. And they're still attempting to bleed me and put me on their table and eat me and say, now you're part of us. It's like, no, I'm not. You come to Christ. Christ does not come to you. Nope. Not even when you pray. You have to surrender something. Indeed, you have to be miserable enough. And you have to know why. That you're standing in front of something that, if you can respect it and trust it and look it in the eye long enough and without flinching, without running away from it, your emancipation is at hand. You do not sacrifice us because you can't change, because you didn't do the right thing. You don't even know what it is. You have a lifestyle that's not the same as other people. Okay? Which is to try to control people and manipulate them, and now you think it's love and that you have a society around you. No, you're living in resentment, backstabbing, and bondage. People do not like you, but they are stuck there. They're doing Stockholm syndrome. This means they love their abuser. This means that they put their hand out and you give them something, and you're not really giving it to them. You're buying your place in their head, and they resent it. You have taken every bit of their autonomy away if you're just being a nicey nice, and you're going to keep doing things for people that they should do. Delicacy, man, that's delicate, right? See, did you really do it for them to make them see that they can get on their feet after a while, or did you just keep taking from them and undermining, and now you depend that they stay down, that you can be there and feed on them? I'm asking the whole population now. There's no isolated incidences. It's happening, and if you isolate yourself, Hans, what I mean is, you practice marriage. That's the first social distancing thing to do for the Roman Catholic Church, and whatever works, they keep it. And they don't even want you to do that now. Why? Well, you see, the family units are in and of themselves regimes that they can easily pit war on each other from one household to the next, and that's what they do. Otherwise, you have tribes. And all the children are taken care of. They're all screaming together in the paddock or whatever, and everybody knows each other, and they're all like this. And they're not so fucking busy that they can't be like this. They are doing things just the same as any fucking other scientific fucking colony can do, but they're doing it right because they look at each other and say, now what do you think? In this area, do we need this? And to the benefit of who? All of us. Right? Uh-huh. So you have the social distancing that is going on still. They want it. Oh, it's dangerous right now. That's why benevolence, I said benevolence, good angels, they're allowed to work their technology here to shake things up because it's it's a wretched place right now. It's an inhospitable ecology of the organism, and when they shake it up, it creates it breaks down those boundaries, and they're forced to look at each other, right? Maybe. I hope so. I hope it happens around here. Because then somebody needs to get on the bullhorn. See, when there is trauma, pardon me, but this might cut out, and I'm sorry about that. Is this thing on? Yeah. Wow, miraculous. See, when that happens, when there's a big shakeup, and they do it all the time, but they're doing it. See, what happens is you're shaken up, you're given a chance to figure something out, but then you hear an announcement on the fucking TV. See, benevolence does something, gives you a chance to break free, and then they say, oh, ladies and gentlemen, and then what they do is they hire a bunch of actresses and actresses. They're so fucking unreal if you ever really are real and look at it, because they're like this. They're so, why would they get in the front of the fucking, if they're really traumatized like that, they would punch people in the face and say, get out of here, you're not helping me at all. My place just burned down. See, they like, say, for instance, like the cancer patients shit. They film people really, like, I don't want to emulate it, but it's like, and how could this be? A small child has cancer. More. So, and they really get into, and everything's gone. I lived here for 60 years. I lived here. And it's like, babe, some people are being liberated too. Just look at it. I mean, really. Fuck it. Drop it. Go and sit there and go, wow, it was that fast, man, that I could just get rid of this whole fucking thing. Cool. And somebody should just announce, and benevolence would announce and say, they would say something. They would sing you a song. The ultimate ground of being is beyond all words and symbols. But for you, my dear friends, earnest and loyal, choo-choo, must this be sang? This void needs no reliance. Just rest on not, but without making an effort, but remaining loose and natural, like water flowing. One can break the yoke, gaining liberation. Into the ocean we go. Free your mind. Then you'll know just what to do when you got that faith in you.